Hello, everybody. We are live. Give me a second here. I'm just going to try something. Recording for, we are preparing a recording for, doing this the first time. Okay, hello. So we got three things going on at once. Hello, my name is Brian, and I'm going to do, for the first time, a Facebook Live on my QuantLabs.net page. At the same time, I'm recording my camera on Instagram for, I guess, Instagram TV. Plus, this will get repurposed for YouTube, put on my Facebook group, plus put on my blog on top of Twitter and Instagram, and doing it all at once. So if you're only getting the audio version of this, or just me, go over to my QuantLabs.net page on Facebook for the complete broadcast of this. So right now, it's just me blabbing into a screen. I'm going to share my entire desktop because I'm that kind of guy. And as far as I know, I'm just testing out my Facebook page here. I do see I am live for something. So there I am. Hello. I have no idea how many people are on this. Okay, so let's go on with what I'm trying to do here. So as you know, we've got some news. I thought it'd be a little different instead of just putting it on my blog and put it up on blast an email out. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to do it in a lot more engaging on steroids with Facebook Live and see how things go. So what I've got here is I got an interesting article that came out of my Facebook group. Now there's Facebook page, Facebook group, two different things. But this is a pretty popular topic, which was quite interesting. Now, over the years, I've used MATLAB to convert code visually into C++. Now, everything's all in Python, which is free. Everything is open source, which is free. Now we have something for Python with machine learning from Google, TensorFlow, the ability to use graphs as part of the TensorFlow project from Google for modeling. So I thought I'd go over this article with you. This is a totally different paradigm in programming. It's called eager execution. If you're not familiar with things like metaprogramming, I have come across people who have, over the years, done metaprogramming where you have data, you have hard logic, I guess you could call it, in a C++ program, and it would run it through this logic of a C++ program. You can look it up, C++ metaprogram, which is fairly tough to do. And you pipe data through it, which is obviously going to be like a time series. You run algorithms and it'll pump out results. And it's very lightweight, so it's very fast. So you could probably take the same concept here with AutoGraph. And it has some basic logic here that you can do if, while, and prints as well. Now, it mentions graphs for optimization. Now, I'm not by no means I'm an expert here at machine learning whatsoever. I'm doing technical analysis stuff, simple stuff, and very basic indicators that seem to work pretty good for me. So, that's my next phase. It still needs to be proven that it can be used effectively in the world of algorithmic trading. There's lots of talk, and I think there's certain types of applications that machine learning is very useful for like being on top of the book, doing market direction on a high frequency level, or doing a machine learning algorithm against a portfolio and machine learning. But machine learning is very complex. So you can also speed it up through the use of GPUs, TPUs, which is the TensorFlow processing units from Google. And those can be offered as a cloud solution as well. The interesting thing about Google, why they're really pushing the machine learning and putting out TensorFlow, and I didn't know this, is that because Google is so dependent on advertising, what they're trying to do is to try to diversify out of advertising and move into new areas in business that they can make money at, no different than Amazon with AWS, their cloud solution. So they're trying to do the same thing with Google and cloud by putting out these TensorFlow and using TensorFlow as the free option for machine learning. And it seems that TensorFlow is the standard that a lot of trading shops use. Again, I'm not an expert at here, but there's Keras, which is built on TensorFlow, and then TensorFlow itself, and then there's Torch, which is oddly from, or popularized by, I think it is from Facebook, but what do I know? So we have here eager execution, just works, and then they talk about how it's slow with Python and the interpreter and all the overhead that comes with that. The interesting thing here is I would imagine you'd be able to offset a lot of the logic and the hardcore development with the graph and then push it onto a GPU solution, graphical processing unit, stack of servers, or I shouldn't say servers, but graphical processing units like graphic cards that have so much power on these boards that they could power the equivalent of hundreds of cores. So here's some sample code. And then you run it through equivalent of what they call a decorator in programming. And I'll pump out something totally different. And this is as an example of that. And be able to use graphs as a way to speed up, similar to metaprogramming. Now, I'm not going to get into this, but there are some runnable examples here in this article, and this can be found here at medium.com, which is just, I'm just blown away on how popular this website is, and anything related around it by another website they put out called let me see here, Tor Data Science. So I'll do some other articles on that as well by this experimental Facebook Live thing. So if you're interested in this, you can go over to AutoGraph converts, sorry, let me start, medium.com, look for an article called AutoGraph converts Python into TensorFlow graphs. So these are quite interesting. The problem with this project, it's early days for it. If you go into the GitHub repository, it says right here that it's alpha software under active development, rough edges and bugs. But the concept of it's very interesting. And I'd like to know your opinion. So if you have this function here as an example, you can convert it into a graph that can be run through TensorFlow, which will, and then you can hopefully, I guess, again, I'm not an expert here, where you can run that on a cloud solution with these high-powered TPUs or GPUs. Very interesting. Let me know what you think. It's fairly early days, it looks like. Days. And the problem with these kind of projects, they can get abandoned. But I wouldn't be surprised that this may spawn some mainstream new functionality when it comes to machine learning with this. So I thought I'd put this together for y'all. Let me know what you think by commenting on maybe, I don't know, the Facebook page or wherever you see this video on YouTube, Instagram, whatever. We shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching.